Now we come to the point of straightness, which is the whole therapeutic work of the horse. It never ends. Again, a beginning horse, a clean horse, is very crooked. He is born crooked. And nature loves that. Why not be crooked? You have the strength to run around the range as crooked as you want. And you can do all your left turns with a counter bent right hollow position and nothing wrong will happen. But if we put Agatha into the saddle to ride you, the whole thing changes. And if you do things the wrong way, namely crookedly, not straightened, you break down. You will just be in pain, you will be injured, you break down, and your life will not be very pleasant. So, and the rider's duty, not just job, because people say, oh, it's optional, I've been winning, St. George test 76%, and my horse is so crooked, you wouldn't believe it. Yes, I would. I can see it from 60 feet distance. So anyway, straightening the horse is the enabling the natural horse to become an athlete. Athletics are, for the most part, not tennis and fencing or something, but athletics, for the most time, are ambidextrous. You cannot stay right-handed or left-handed or something. And with the horse, right-handedness or left-handedness or any crookedness is much more traumatic than for a human. Why? Because we are vertically above our locomotion and harm nothing by being right-handed or left-handed. But a horse is a long pipe. And at the end where the engine is, propellant engine, the hind leg, the haunches, has the power to move, but the rest of the pipe is going downhill in front of it, heavier and heavier, and act like a furrow drilling into the ground with the forehand, head down and neck down and shoulder stressed, the weak front leg stressed. The whole propellant raises the haunches upward and nosedive the horse downward and prepare it practically for a headstand. We come to interfere because this, of course, with a rider in the saddle is bloody murder. So we have to teach the horse not just to balance back horizontal, but to go way past horizontal and hoist, be able to raise the forehand off the ground, levad, and in motion, of course, in piaffe and pirouettes and so on. Raise the whole front up and act with the haunches, with the aid of the joints becoming stronger and more supple, to crouch down and hoist the entire structure upward, more above the hind legs than diving in front, long down. So, this change of the horse's entire balance backward, even in motion, even the extended trot should be collected on the haunches and go uphill. The extended trot is not a dead run onto the forehand, unless you ride a hamster. But a horse should go uphill, liberating the forehand. And straightness allows that. The straightness has three important elements. And the spine of the horse should be always evenly parallel to the pattern on which he moves. So when a horse is straight on a 20-meter circle, he is very, very well bent. But we call it straight because the spinal alignment is the exact replica of the pattern over which he travels. The violators of that are many, because the horse's front is very easy to bend with the neck soft, the middle of the torso much harder, the hind end very difficult, and riders will not cooperate in acquiring the equitational skills that can do that. So they end up overbending the neck, allowing the horse to break out on the outside shoulder and become a truck, what is it called?
Jackknife.
Jackknife truck. Because instead of becoming straight, that is parallel to the arc of a circle, he even violates the appropriate balance and jackknives. People spend hours bending the horse in a jackknife position, allowing him to escape on the outside shoulder, never being even aware of it, or if aware, refuse to correct it for some mysterious reason. But the horse's spine, not parallel to the pattern on which he moves, is so vastly bad for the balance of the horse, rocking back to the haunches or forward, and so hard on the front legs because the correct alignment of the horse is his shock absorber. Now in cars we build in shock absorbers. Nature gave shock absorber to the horse by bending him on the pattern. Then the two hind legs have to load evenly, have to have not just the same length of stride, but the same height with the hocks. If you watch the horse from behind or from the front, usually the left hind goes higher, the right hind lower, the left hind shorter, the right hind longer, the left hind inward, the right hind across inward. And so the last important thing of these triple things to observe is that the hind leg not only move evenly, but exactly towards the direction of the corresponding front leg, not across like a leg yield. And here is that what I just described. Most often left hind leg, one hoof print in from the left front. It's not aligned at all, it's inward, torqued at the hips. The right hind across under like a permanent leg yield, shooting towards the opposite front leg, not the same front leg. Very important to straighten the horse, bring the shoulder in front of his hips to align the hind legs and to give the possibility of even strides. But there are exercises for that. That's why you have to know riding is a science. It's an academic endeavor. Many of us look like airheads on a horse, but it has to be scientific. And we always must align the horse's forehand with the hind end, not push the hind end into the forehand, but front aligns, and then given the appropriate exercises. And you have to know which joint benefits from what, and this is of course the secret of the use of the big toolbox of patterns, how we therapeutically straighten the horse and make it athletically possible. And so then the basics are there for athletic achievement. What is athletic achievement? Engagement.